It's crunch time at the World Ice Hockey Championships 2015 edition. It's going to be the USA taking on the Swiss in the first quarterfinal. My name is Mark Bearwald, and I do have the pleasure to be here with you for this, as I said, first quarterfinal game, as we're going to look the road that these teams are going to have to take to get to the semis, the finals, who gets out of USA and Switzerland. Their reward is either going to be Sweden or Russia. Let's have a look at the American lineup. I think it's going to be Connor Helbusik getting the call, number 37 for the USA. He's got lots of talent there. Late addition off to the right there, Charlie Coyle coming in from the Minnesota Wild. And Jimmy Vesey off to the right. One of the big hot shot, and Riley as well. Those are hot shot, along with Jack Eichel, the other hot shot college talent that has been brought by Todd Richards, the head coach of the U.S. side. There's Matt Hendricks, captain, number 23, captain of the U.S. of A. Let's have a look at the Swiss side. I believe it is going to be number 20 to the left of your screen, Reto Beera, getting the call for the Swiss. Roman Josi, Eric Bloom are obviously going to be getting a lot of ice time, amongst others. Damien Brunner right there, off to the right of the first line. He does have the Jets. Mark Streit, number 7, is the captain of the Swiss side. Kevin Fiana, number 21, the young upstart, going to the National Predator organization. And obviously right there, number 26, Reto Suri. Hanlon, Glenn Hanlon, the head coach of the Swiss side, would love to get a big breakout game from number 26, Reto Suri. The Americans are coming onto the ice surface. Obviously, as you can see, they will be in the dark jerseys. Well, as you will be seeing in just a few seconds, the Swiss will have the predominantly white jerseys in today's game. There's Brock the Rock Nelson. He has been notching some good goals for the American side. As you see, as I said, I believe that is Reto Beera, being followed by Ambul and company out onto the ice surface for the Swiss team, Swiss national team. Obviously, they are being followed by a large contingent of supporters. There's the captain, Straight, number 7, one of the defensemen. And then the teams obviously will now exchange cordialities as they are lined up at the blue line. The captain soon will be moving over to say hello to one another and to the referee crew as we have a look there. There's Hendricks and Straight coming over to say howdy to the refs. Roman Josi, number 90 for the Swiss side, having the last few words with Amdu. And there's Moses, Stevie Moses. He's back in the lineup. He took a big hit in an earlier game, sat out for a little while, seems to be okay. And it is Helbusik between the pipes for the States and Beera for the Swiss side. Okay, teams getting themselves all reorganized. We had looked right there at Damien Brunner. Before that was John Moore Jr., number 17 from the from the Americans. Moses, number 14 there for the Americans, will be opening up on the the right winger. He will be lining up against Matthias Bieber, as it's Ambul going up against Larkin. Larkin gets that opening face-off, and we're underway. First quarterfinal, 2015 World Ice Hockey Championships. The Americans do bring the puck out into the mid-ice area, dumping it in. Right there is Moore. It's moved right back out into the mid-ice surface by Bodenmin, I believe, Simon. The puck is worked behind to Larkin, Dylan Larkin. He throws it out to the point. There's the big slap shot coming in from Krug. Beira turns it away into his left-hand corner. The puck now comes up into the mid-ice area. Charlie Coyle working the puck in. Turns back into his corner to see if somebody's in front of the net. Decides just to dump it in behind the Swiss net, apparently, and that was Bonino working it out to the point, and that puck jumps out into the crowd. We get the first stoppage of play in this game as we have a good look at Bonino. Nick Hanlon, head coach for the Swiss. Richards, head coach for the US of A. Swiss doing an excellent job just to making it here to the quarterfinals, having some tough games in the preliminary round. And it's Cody Allman getting the face-off for the Swiss. He works it around to Geering. Pat Geering comes out. Here's an opportunity for the Swiss. 2-on-1! 2-on-1! Not able to get it out, but another slap shot. That was Damian Brunner trying to get it in. Swiss work it back out into the mid-ice area. Geering throws it right in. It's followed up, I believe, by Damian Brunner. Wanted to throw that puck out in front. There's Brunner right there, throwing that puck out in front of the American net. Let's see how that 2-on-1er got going. Right there you saw, there was Hollenstein and Cody Allman. Good work from Falk, the D-man, to take away that little pass. The Swiss throw it right in. Helbusic leaves the puck behind his own net for Jones, Seth Jones. He's been having an excellent tournament. Arcobello dumps it in, and Beira squeezes the puck. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. Pratt breaks up quick enough. As we have a look at Arcobello, number 36, Mark Arcobello. And we get a resumption of play to the right of Beira. Traxler cannot win that face-off. The Americans work it out into the mid-ice area. Jones wastes no time, throwing her right back in. Visay trying to get possession of that puck. He's out there, I believe that's number 12, Ben Smith. They eventually do push the Swiss back into their, deeper into their zone. That puck bounces up, eventually corralled by Scappi. Scappi is out, is joined out there amongst others, as I say, by Morris Traxler. He had a big goal for the Swiss side in an earlier preliminary game. Grossman doing his bit so that the Swiss can move that puck up into the mid-ice area. That is one of the things that the Swiss are going to have to do today, not get bottled up in their own zone. Here comes Moses. Stevie Moses takes that shot in, squeezed. Right away, the American captain, Hendricks, falls that puck in. Here's Moses. Beira has got that one. Good to see Stevie Moses making it back in. He plays his club team up till now has been Helsinki, but I believe he is going to be moving pretty quick over to the NHL. As we have a look there, that was a good shot of Eric Bloom, one of the mainstays of the Swiss defensive department. Brock Nelson gets turned back. He had it over to Moore, who has it over to Eichel. Brock picks up the puck behind the Swiss net, tries to center it out. It eventually comes to Lewis, back to Nelson, out to the point. Connor. Now is big number 5, Connor Murphy, one of the defensemen. Here was a half an opportunity for Suri, Eretto Suri. Very nice stick handling ability shown by Brock Nelson to bringing that puck up into the Swiss zone. Charlie Coyle trying to convince Patrick Gearing to give him the puck. Does not convince Gearing to do that. And the Swiss do push the Americans into their own zone. Long stretch pass. Picked up in the corner by Anders Lee. Puck bounces down into the American zone. We will have no icing. Krug. Torrey Krug. He too has been having an excellent tournament. Coming through in the pinch for some excellent goals. Opportunity for Ben Smith. He turns back. Throws the puck deep down into the corner for Bonino. And that's Grossman. Moving it over to the other side of the ice surface. I believe that was picked up by Hollenstein. Back to Hollenstein. The Swiss did have an opportunity there. Big shot turned away by Hilbusek. Damien Brunner has it out to Straight at the point. Straight throws it at the net, hits the body. The Americans are able to, Smith is able to push it out in the mid-ice area, picked up by Arcabello. Hollenstein breaks that up, leaves it for his captain, Straight. Swiss get themselves reorganized as they get fresh legs out onto the ice surface. Amongst others is Trashler, Bloom, and Scaffey. Oh! Here was a half an opportunity for the Swiss, but we do get a stoppage in play. As we have a look there at Mike Riley. There, oh. Fiala got that stick up a little bit high. And that's Kevin Fiala. He's with the Nashville Predator organization. Number 21 for the Swiss side, he gets 2 minutes. As we see Krug and company, they've been very efficient on their power plays, and we do have the first penalty. Oh, here's an opportunity for the Swiss. They were sending down Ambule to try and pitch the Americans as they threw the puck down the ice surface. Eichel throws it out in the mid-ice. Here's an opportunity for Ambule, I believe. It is an American power play, just under 1:30 left. Swiss so far doing an excellent job with the PK. Here comes Jack Eichel. He throws it deeper down into the corner, but the Swiss waste no time. That was big Timo Helbling doing the work. He gets off to the bench. Seth Jones leaving it back for Charlie Coyle. It's out to the point. Over to Connor Murphy. He decides to work it over to Bonino. Bonino. Coyle, I believe. There's the slap shot coming in from Seth Jones. Pops up in the air. Anders Lee picks it up, and he continues the pressure as we're rolling up to about 30 seconds left in the American power play. Bonino gets turned back. Bonino. No, they get thrown back down the ice surface. Coming up to 15 seconds left in the power play for the Americans. Helbusek. Long stretch pass for Jones. He picks it up. throws it around the ice surface to the far side of the ice surface. That's Moses keeping it in. Lee works it down. Now the Americans have that puck behind the Swiss net. Slap shot, fanned on. Now the Swiss try a fast breakout. No, puck gets half intercepted by the Swiss there. I believe that's Roman Yossi. Turning the Americans back. And is eventually picked up by Moore. Moses. Helbling. Got his stick up there, did some baseball, pulling that puck down. We've seen a lot of players being very proficient at doing that. And there's Suri, number 26 for the Swiss side. He is one of their speedsters. And as we said before, Hanlon would just love for him to have a big breakout game right now. Here come the States. Puck goes across the ice. Ben Smith just a little bit late for that pass from Brock Nelson. It's out at the point, thrown right in. Puck ends up in Beira's left-hand corner. Falk, a mainstay of the American D unit. He works the puck in himself. That shot on Beira jumps up into the netting. We get a stoppage play. As we have a look at Justin Falk making his way back to the American bench, and that's how she sits. Just under 11 left in the first, 0-0, USA, Switzerland. This game is coming to you from Ostrava, Czech Republic, the Čes Arena. Lots of talent on that American bench, as Switzerland too has a very good group of players. Just before the game started in the warm-ups, if you were watching the warm-ups, you saw that the American goalie, number 37, Connor Hellmusic, does have a very particular routine that he goes through where he's imaging various shots coming at him through his glove hand, blocker hand, between the legs. He goes through this entire routine each time before each game. Very methodical. And we're going to get a resumption of play in the Swiss zone to the left of Beira, the Swiss goalie. Puck comes into the Swiss corner, eventually picked up by Vesey, Jimmy Vesey, the Harvard University top prospect. He brings it around, long screen pass, shot actually coming in on Beira, turned away. Arcobello comes up with the puck, throwing it in for Ben Smith. There's a bit of a scramble in front of the Swiss net. They turn it away, and straight their captain brings the puck out. Throws it down, and it's quickly followed in by Cody Allman. Arcobello gets organized. Smith drags the puck deep down into the corner. That's Bloom, I believe. Beira. Puck comes right back to Beira. Trying to do some forechecking now is Beira, along with, I believe, Julian Walker. As we have a look at Roman Yossi. And now Damon Brunner. And Brock the Rock Nelson. Okay. The referee falls, but play goes on. Eventually the puck comes up in the mid-ice area. Swiss able to hold on to that. Boldenman Simon doing a good work against the American side. That's him right there. Trashler, who's going up against Bonino. Eventually that puck comes into the American zone, into the Swiss zone, and the Americans were trying to set up behind Beira. But now it's Bloom bringing the puck down for the Swiss side. He's joined in there by Scappi. Some good opportunities for the Swiss side right in front of the American net. Romagnosi, a very offensive-minded defenseman for the Swiss side. His shot gets turned away by Helbusic, and it ends up right down in the Swiss zone once again. And we see Hollenstein bringing it out. He leaves it off for Cody Allman. Here comes a possibility for the Swiss from the point. Big slap shot coming in from Grossman. Turned away. Another long shot. Hits a body out into the mid-ice area. Picked up eventually once again by Grossman. Robin Grossman works it over to the far side of the ice surface. It's Helbling, his D-man companion out there. Eventually they leave the puck off for Kevin Rami, number 88. He is joined out there by Julian Walker. Here come the Americans. That quick shot on Beira. He squeezes it. We get a stop in the play. Both teams feeling each other out in this first period, seeing where the strengths are, where the weaknesses are, and how they're going to have to organize and maybe modify their game plans. And that Glenn Hammond, he has a lot of experience doing things just of that nature. Smith, Visay, and Arcobello talking about how they want to approach this ensuing upcoming face-off. Scappi with Trashler. We get a resumption of play to the right of Beira in the Swiss zone. Eichel, in fact, will be taking the face-off. He's out there with number 22, Trevor Lewis does an excellent job keeping that puck in the Swiss zone. They have it out to the point. Here's Justin Falk, his wrist shot coming in. Lewis had a beautiful screen set up in front of Beira. It's worked over to the left of your screen. Here comes the shot. Right through Lewis's legs, was it? Yes. Excellent, excellent work from Beira. Just being able to stop that puck. Swiss, Trashler, quick shot on Helbusic. Puck ends up in Helbusic's left-hand corner. Falk brings it out. Throws it across the ice surface. Brock Nelson tries to corral it. And eventually it's picked up by Fiala. Fiala brings it all the way down the ice surface. Wants to follow up. Happens to fall. And eventually Romagnosi brings it in for the Swiss side. Nice work! Goal! Switzerland! Romagnosi! Number 90! Romagnosi! The Nashville Predator defenseman. Goal! Switzerland! And look at Yossi, almost does a, essentially does a coast-to-coaster. Coming down. Gets by Gardner. Right there, number 51, Jake Gardner. Nice shot right up at the sevens. Watch to the right. It goes up over Hellbusic's right shoulder. 1-0 Switzerland over the USA, just under 7 left. Allman going up against Bonino for the face-off. Bonino gets it, works it back to his point men. Yes, that was Jake Gardner who let Yossi get by him. Here we see it once again. Now watch as he goes by Gardner. Gardner right there, he's worried that he's going to get a penalty. And in that type of situation, not only could you get a penalty, you may also concede a penalty shot for the other team. The refs have been handing them out throughout this tournament. But all things said, excellent work from Roman Yossi. He's out there right now. Ooh! Damien Brunner, I believe, is down. Damien Brunner caught a stick. Damien Brunner from the Swiss side. We're going to see if he's okay. Obviously, the Americans are going to be, I guess that's Anders Lee. Comes along. Oh, didn't catch a stick. He caught Anders Lee's elbow. That's Damien Brunner. Anders Lee gets 2 minutes for elbowing. Here is a golden opportunity for the Swiss, and this is where the USA is going to have to gel. Brunner seems to have shaken off that elbow that he caught from Lee. Americans waste no time throwing the puck down the ice surface as we have a power play for Switzerland. Swiss leading the Americans 1-0. Ambu keeps the puck, works it back to the point, and that is between the point men work the puck deep down. You saw right there, Weiser is waiting on the point for a big slap shot out to Weiser. Fanned on it, but the puck is picked up by Ambu. The Americans keep the presence. It's at the point once again. They're working it in deep behind Hellbusic. Big slap shot from the American side goes to the right of the American goalie. Good work from Hendricks. Nice pressure being sustained, being created and sustained from the Swiss side. They're straight, leaving it off. Working it deep down into the American zone. Now they work it back out to the point. Straight takes a slap shot as you're coming up to 20 seconds left in their power play. The Americans throw the puck down the ice surface. Just under 5 left in the first. Here comes Yossi once again, getting things organized for the Swiss side. He wanted to have it over to Fiala, but the Americans are able to intercept that puck, and once again, they're down on their own end. Teams are back at full strength. 4:30 left in the first. Americans, that's Lewis with Lee in the corner. There's the big slap shot coming from the point. Berra sees it, squeezes it. Okay. Helbling works it behind the net to Grossman. Grossman. Bieber. Shot is followed in by Ambul. Americans come up with the puck. Working it out in the mid-ice area. Charlie Coyle takes a quick shot on Vera. Turned away. Swiss are on it right away. They got a 3-on-2 situation. Whistle and play. I believe are probably an offside. As we have a look at there at Matthias Bieber. He goes back to the bench. Straight picks up the puck for the Swiss side, gets it organized. Back to Straight. Picked off in the mid-ice area, I believe, by Brock Nelson. He leaves it off for Lewis. There's to Lewis. He can't keep it in. And we've got the Americans get turned, well, essentially get turned back, but Vera corrals the puck in his own zone. Jack Eichel picks it up. It's left off for Lewis. There's the opportunity. Vera denies. Oh, hey, Brock. Brock Nelson was coming in, gave Vera a couple shoves at after the whistle. Watch how that playing was developing. Lewis. It went over the net. Seth Jones' shot went right over the net. Look at the rebound. Rebound comes moving out. Winds up at Vera's left pad. We've seen some strange bounces coming off the boards and the glass behind these nets. In fact, Pekka Rinne for the Finnish team, he almost looked like he played baseball with the puck coming off the glass behind the net the other day. Seth Jones picks up the puck for the Americans. It's worked over, gets by Mike Riley. Puck comes down the ice surface. Jones picks it up. Therefore, there is no icing. Long stretch path down to Smith. Smith can't get by number 77, Grossman. Robin. Fiala trying to work it in to the American end. And eventually Grossman works it over to the other side of the ice surface, immediately back to Grossman. And the puck gets sent down the ice surface. Fiala trying to bring some pressure in for the Swiss. Here come the Americans with Larkin working up, getting up ahead of steam. Moving it around. Ooh! Eventually that shot coming in from Dylan Larkin hit a body someplace and jumped up into the netting, and we have the ensuing stoppage in play. Ambul going up against Larkin for the face-off. The Americans get it. It's out the point. Big slapper coming in from Krug. Hits a body as we're creeping up to about 1:30 left in the first. Oh, Ambul! Oh, Ambul almost was able to get in there and pickpocket the American D-man and have a super opportunity right in front of Helbusek. The Swiss are able to turn the Americans right back into their own zone. Bodenman brings some forechecking. There's Ambul giving that extra second effort, but eventually it comes up onto Stevie Moses' stick for the Americans. He brings it, dumps it in to the Swiss zone. The Swiss handle that quite well, almost with nonchalance. Straight, working it over to his D-man companion, Patrick Giering, number 4, as you saw right there. Puck is moved up into the mid-ice area. Turned over to Jones. Across the ice surface Here comes Charlie Coyle. Weaving it in. Shot on Beira. The puck gets away from him. Here's the big slap shot. Now Beira does squeeze that puck coming in from Seth Jones. Good work from Beira. 1, 2, 3 bodies in front of him to see that puck coming in. Not only to see it coming in, stop it, and then you have to squeeze it as well. Swiss win that ensuing face-off in their own end to the left of Beira, coming up with 25 seconds left in the first. Lewis looking to get it out, get that one shot off. He leaves it off for Eichel. There he tries to throw it in front of the Swiss net. It's turned away. Coming up to 5 seconds. They throw it on the mid-ice area. And that's it. First period is over. 1-0 Switzerland over the USA. There's your goal scorer, Roman Josi. He and everyone else are off to the dressing rooms, and we will be back in 15.
So, we would like to welcome all the referees and also referees of both lineups.
Hi, we're getting ready to get down to it this second period as we watch the Americans being led out onto the ice surface by their goalie, big Connor Helbusick. They're down 1 goal, and obviously their coach, Todd Richards, was saying to these guys, hey, we can't have any letdowns. We got to up our game, we got to up the tempo, we got to get going. While on the other side, Glenn Hanlon, from the Swiss side, obviously is very, very content with what his team did. Obviously, number 90, one of his defensemen, Roman Yossi, who got the goal for the Swiss side, did an absolutely fantastic, fantastic first period, as did Andres Ambul, number 10 for the Swiss team, as we watch Beira leading Ambul and company back out on the ice surface to be in this second period. Ambul had, I believe, 2, if not 3, excellent opportunities in that first period. Glenn Hanlon is obviously saying to his side, keep it going, no letdowns. We have to keep up, and if not, even up the tempo more in this second period. Obviously, the Swiss do not want to let the Americans get into this game, but that's exactly what the Americans are going to have to do. As we look at our goal scorer there, Roman Yossi, That's exactly what the Americans are going to have to do. Connor Hell, Busick, and company are actually going to have to claw their way back into this game here in this second period. Beira stays in for the Swiss. Teams are getting ready. In just a few seconds, we will be getting down to it. And it's Ambule going up against Larkin. Ambule gets it. No, excuse me. It looks actually like Larkin was able to get that opening face-off, but the puck skips right away into the crowd. There, while we're having a look at Todd Richards, head coach of the American side, and as I said before, Glenn Hanlon is the Swiss head coach. Puck is moved by Bloom over to the far side of the ice surface to Yossi, I believe. Quick shot on Hill, Busick! 1-2! Opportunities for the Swiss! Right away! The puck was moved out by Connor Murphy. The Americans obviously getting caught by the Swiss right at the beginning of this second period. Now the Americans come pushing their way into the Swiss zone, being led by Larkin, Dylan Larkin. The Swiss respond. Well, we're getting an icing call against the Swiss. As we have a look at Ambule there. Actually, I guess that puck got by Cody Allman for the icing call. Here's that last opportunity for Ambule. Had one whack at it, two whacks at it. Starts off the second period as he played the first period, getting opportunities, and that's exactly what Glenn Hanlon and company are saying to his Swiss team. You got to get in there, throw that puck at the net, and you will create opportunities. Lee comes up for the Americans in the Swiss zone. Eventually picked up by Hollenstein, I believe it was, throwing it down the ice surface. Americans get reorganized. They were kind of looking for a bit of a stretch pass. Didn't work. Comes back to Justin Falk. Now he throws it into the mid-ice area. Goes by Lee, eventually picked up by Nick Bonino. Here's an opportunity for Damien Bruner. Slap shot on Hell Busick. Falls in. Rebound is worked out into the mid-ice area. Stretch pass from the Swiss side is intercepted, and they get sent right back into their own zone. That's straight. Bruner chips that puck into the American zone. And the puck goes all the way down the ice surface, and we get an icing call against the Swiss. Let's have a good look there at Lewis, 22, Trevor. Lots of ice time in this tournament. Brock Nelson works the puck up in the mid-ice area. Chuck Eichel cannot squeeze it down. Fiala has excellent speed. A couple of more opportunities. I think that was Traxler who was able to have a couple of whacks at the puck right in front of Hell Busick. The American D-men have to clean that zone out there. There's Traxler. Scappa throws in right at Hell Busick. One. Almost two opportunities for the Swiss once again. Puck is pushed in by Bloom. Mule is out there along with Bodenman. Here come the Americans, but that puck goes wide. Bissay is content to throw it around the back of the net. It's picked up by Ben Smith. Jake Gardner pinches in, keeps the puck in the Swiss zone. The Americans now starting to get some of their pressure. It's over to Gardner. Gardner throws it in from the point. Beira sees it, squeezes it. As we look at the two of the teammates from their NHL squad, Jones and Yossi are on the Nashville Predators. And there's another Swiss guy out there, Fiala, number 21, is in the Nashville Predator organization. Nice work by Cody Allman to get that face-off for the Swiss. They waste no time getting into the American zone. There's a backhand. Turned away by Hel Busick. The Americans come back, looking for that quick tip in. Oh, there was a long stretcher going for Damien Brunner. He has the puck in the American zone. He tries to work it behind the American net. He does actually come up with possession. Now he wants to get it out to the point. There's the wrist shot on Hel Busick. A big pile up there. That's Suri lying on the ice. As Larkin and Brunner exchange a few opinions, but both are off to their benches. And Kevin Romy getting the face-off for the Swiss side. Americans are, however, able to bring that puck up into the Swiss zone. Romy helping out Helbling in the corner. Seth Jones almost kept the puck in. He was soon welcomed by Julian Walker. Right there, did the puck come all the way over? I guess so. Okay, back to the play. Brock Nelson pushes that puck in. Fiala picks the puck up for the Swiss, works it in behind his net. Puck goes all the way down the ice surface, and we get an icing call against the Swiss side. American bench, Hendricks, their captain. Here come the Swiss, nice breakout of their own zone. Fiala doing good work, he's a bit wrapped up. Anyway, it's Brock Nelson, Eichel, trying to get it back to Brock Nelson, but excellent work done by Traxler in a back-checking capacity. Nelson, Brock, he's up there with Riley, one of his D-men. Brock Nelson works it over to Lewis, I believe. Eventually that puck is picked up by the Swiss. Trying to work it into the mid-ice area. The Americans were looking for a long stretch pass. It is now an icing call against the US of A. Bodenman, Simon. Good tournament, lots of ice time. same could be said for that fellow there, Trevor Lewis, number 22 from the American side. Out to the Swiss point. Long shot coming in. Another good opportunity for the Swiss side. Here come the Swiss once again. Straight, the captain throws that shot, the puck in there. Helbusic's got it, squeezes it. Of course, what both coaches obviously are going to be talking to their players, saying that the quarterfinals, semis, and finals obviously is just a one-game affair. It's not the best of, obviously. Therefore, as we're watching Cody Allman getting waved out of the face-off area, anything can happen in one game. The attention and the concentration has to be at its maximum. And that is obviously what both of these teams are doing. Maybe more so is the Americans who should be trying to up their game. The Swiss have been doing an excellent job up to this point. Arcobello keeps the puck in the Swiss zone. Comes around to the near side of the ice surface. Smith brings her in. Americans now have an up. Oh! Roman Yossi. Beautiful job to break up that American opportunity. Here comes the USA. Teams exchange the puck in the mid-ice area. Eventually, it's being chased down by Suri. Cody Allman getting more and more ice time in this game. As I said, he's out there with Suri, who right now comes and hands up good body checks. Beira leaves the puck. He didn't realize that Steve Moses was coming in behind him. For a second, it looked like Moses was going to have an excellent opportunity to move that puck out in front of the Swiss net. Icing call against the Americans. Devin Romy getting ready to take that face-off for the Swiss side. Swiss are able to push the puck out into the mid-ice area. It's eventually picked up by Scappi. The Americans push the puck right in behind Beira. It's Big Lee. Works it back to the point. Seth Jones now takes a long feathering shot in. The puck is bouncing around. Beira says, I'm going to jump on this. Charlie Coyle. As I said, a late addition to the American side. There's our goal scorer up to this point, Roman Yossi. And it sits 1-0 for the Swiss over the Americans. Obviously, the message going out to the Swiss players to just stay on the game plan. Well, for the Swiss players, that is. For the American players, obviously, they're going to have to lift the tempo of their game, start creating more scoring opportunities. we'll get a resumption of play to the left of Beira. Straight, working around. It does bounce out. Eichel actually working it back to Jones. Riley giving it back to Jones. But the Americans are not able to keep pressure. And it's eventually pushed down the ice surface by Bodenman, Simon. They keep the presence in the American zone. Nelson. And eventually good work done by Gearing. Here comes an opportunity for the Swiss. Big slap shot turned away by Helbusek. It was almost a 4-on-2 type of situation. Puck is eventually gotten back by Hollenstein. He's out there with Ambure and Brunner. Now it comes over to Bloom. Oh, gets pickpocketed. Here comes Arcobello. Arcobello, the net gets taken off of its moorings. Anyway, Beira had it. Bloom gets pickpocketed right there by Arcobello. There's the shot. As you see that Ambule. Watch the left there, obviously. Okay, the referees are not happy with that face-off. As we have seen throughout this, as they're talking it over with Kevin Oromi from the Swiss side. We've seen that they've been very, very particular about getting the face-offs right to their liking. Okay, Americans work it in. The Swiss have been able to handle that pressure and all the pressure. Here comes an opportunity for the Swiss. That puck came out quickly in front of Helbusek. The Americans bounce on it, trying to get some sort of an advantage for themselves. Jimmy Visay brings it around. Has Smith! Goal USA! Smith! Number 12, Ben Smith! Ties her up. There she sits, 1-1. Here comes the rush, as we can see. Visay takes it behind the net, works it out, and that's it, it's in. Right there. And we see that it was the Swiss defender had tripped. Okay. All tied up, 1-1, USA, Switzerland. Now, all of a sudden, the Americans seem to be skating with much more verve, intensity. We'll see if the Swiss are able to handle this new American approach. Offside against the USA. Here comes again, Visay has it out to Smith. Jake Gardner throws that puck in around the boards. It's still kept in the Swiss zone. Bonino can't corral it. Gardner does. Lee, Seth Jones. Goal! Goal! Seth Jones, I believe. We'll have to see if there was a tip in, but I believe it's going to Seth Jones, number 3 right there, the D-man. Big slap shot from the point. All of a sudden, it's 2-1 USA. Hold on. Are they saying that Charlie Coyle got a tip in? Watch it. There it's out at the point. Here comes the slap shot. Did Coyle get the tip in? Yeah, got somebody. Got Coyle. I guess the goal is going to be, my correction, it will be going to number 33, Charlie Coyle. There he is, Charlie Coyle, number 33. The assist from number 3, Seth Jones. And in just the space of, seems like a handful of a few seconds, the Americans have turned it all around. It goes from 1-0 Switzerland to 2-1 Americans. Now we will see how Damian Brunner and company respond. If they're able to lift up the intensity of their game, that puck is worked out by Hollenstein. Back comes back to Krug, I believe. Yes. Justin Falk gets broken up at the Swiss blue line. It comes back to Hebling, I believe. Helbling. Falk. Visay. Eichel. Eichel dumps it in. Beira stops it for the Swiss side. I believe that was Moore. Yes, John Moore Jr. throws it in. Again, Moore throws it in to the Swiss zone. Visay has it out to the point. Over to Moore. Shot from the point. Oh, it was almost a third American goal. Smith picks the puck up behind his own net. Leaves it off for Connor Murphy. Larkin, I believe. We've got a stoppage in play. Encroachment into the crease. 2-1 USA over Switzerland. Here's that last opportunity. Oh, Visay. That puck just jumped around. We'll have a look at it again. Well, actually, Visay was able to pull that puck down. Yeah, Visay has not come up with a goal so far in this tournament, as you can see, but it's a new situation for himself. Sometimes players just need a little bit more time. Resumption of play just outside of the Swiss zone. Quickly, the Americans come to put some pressure onto Patrick Geering. Geering picks up the puck again behind his own net, but he's immediately put under pressure by the Americans, but they are able to get it out now. I believe that's Suri trying to work it behind the American net. Oh, here's a big break for Suri. He was able to come in and steal that puck. Wrist shot turned away by Helbusek. Body being thrown around by Julian Walker out there. They eventually do cause the Americans to cough up the puck. And there it is. Larkin throwing it down the ice surface. Helbling. Backhander onto Helbusik. Second opportunity. Went by Scappy's stick, I believe. Lee throws it to the point. Moore keeps it in. Lee again. Helbling. Can't get it out. It's held in. Moore slapped. There, what they were looking for the tip in. Coyle. Lee. Beira squeezes it. Oh, whoa! Charlie! There's the last opportunity for Visay. Beira was able to get that big right pad out there. Seth Jones, big slap shot from the point. Beira turns it away into his right-hand corner. Now the puck comes out in the mid-ice area, picked up by Jones. Connor Murphy works it back to Jones. Jones almost gets pickpocketed by the Swiss. Jack Eichel recovers the puck. It eventually comes over to Connor Murphy. Bloom throws it down the ice surface. It's being watched there by Bodenman. Brock Nelson goes in with Bloom into the corner. Eventually, Ambiel brings it out. Here is an opportunity for Switzerland. I believe that was Hollenstein, number 70. He was forced onto his backhand. Opportunity nullified by the American D-men. Cody Allman turns it over to Falk. Falk throws it out into the mid-ice area. Off the glass. And there's Eichel moving the puck on into the Swiss zone, but it drops all the way around the boards. And eventually Krug has to pick it up. Both teams getting fresh legs onto the ice surface. Just under 3 left in the second. 2-1 USA over Switzerland, as you can see. Icing coming up against the Americans. Bloom on Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson hands it back. The Americans break out of their own zone. Something of a, well, it seemed to be a 3-on-2, but then Fiala got back, and so it was 3-on-3. And it is, in fact, Fiala who wants to work the puck out of his own zone. Moses came in and took that puck away from Fiala. Fiala has it back to his defenseman. Now they work it out from the other side of the ice surface. Swiss can't get that puck out in front of the American net. as eventually it is Dylan Larkin following the puck in deep into the Swiss zone, trying to get an opportunity. Puck turned away. Eventually it's picked up by Helbling. But the Americans are able to muscle in. That's Big Lee, Anders Lee. Take the puck away, has it out to the point. Moore over to Murphy. Murphy throws it right back down and eventually ends up on Lee's stick. Working it from behind of the Swiss net. The puck ends up in Beira's left-hand corner. Americans are bringing some of the sustained pressure on the Swiss right now. 1 minute left in the second period, excuse me. Puck still bouncing around. Can't be brought under control by Grossman. Eventually it comes out to Walker. Lightly thrown into the American zone. Bessay handles that easily. Here come the Swiss out of their own zone. Ambu touches it. Goes down the ice surface. 20 seconds left in the second period. Swiss would dearly love to get just one last shot. Krug up to Bessay. They throw it deep in to the Swiss zone. It's by Beira. And that's going to be it. The second period is over. USA have turned things around. USA 2, Switzerland 1. As we look at one of the goal scorers, Charlie Coyle. And there's the other one, Smith, for the American side. We'll be back after the break.
to nefungovalo, to je naprosto jasné. Dámy a pánové, samozřejmě těm všem musíme pořádně zatleskat a bude docházet tak jako plácete pravou. Jsou to dobrovolníci, nemají za to peníze, maximálně se budou podívat na nějaký zápas. Nicméně já už tady mám dva dobrovolníky na světě, zástupce toho velikánského datu dobrovolníků. Co je primárně hlavnou část, která je znamená more than 1,000 volunteers in Prague and in Ostrava who are taking care of the World Championship. This out there, we can do it. So big cheers to all the volunteers at the end of this interview. So first of all, jak se jmenujete, řekněte jména. Tak, Iveta, samozřejmě tak. Které zápasy jste viděli, nebo jak to tak vlastně funguje s vámi?
No já jsem to dělala hlavně na zápasy proti Slovákům, kdo jak hráli Slováci,
tak, a rozsvěte nám řekne, jaké funguje ve smyslu, kolikrát se musí naběhnout, kolik to tady opouští, kdo má klíče od čeho, dneska?
Tak my jsme běhali, když byly 3 zápasy, tak to bylo slavné dopoledne, my jsme tam měli podstatnou službu na ukončení posledního zápasu, když byly kratší, tak to bylo dopoledne.
A kolik jste tam učili, aby měli takovou představu?
Vždycky po zápase, jak jsme to učili na
tak a měli jste nějakou párty, nebo si to necháváte právě, než skončí vlastně distanci, si to tady vystavě, de facto kdyby nežili, že to finální zápasy?
Pokud to všechno máme, pokud to bylo teďka, tak máme přislíbené na večer závěrečné setkání s našimi lidi, které jsme dostali do Starého a jako bylo hlavně samozřejmě všichni potřebujeme.
Tak, a jak je to obvyklý nápoj?
Kafe.
Kafe, jo, čekám nějakého panáka. Dámy a pánové, velký potlesk všem dobrovolníkům, kteří tady byli společně s námi celý týden, celé 3 týdny, které se ještě dále. Big cheers to all the volunteers. They were in here, in Ostrava, helping us with the World Championship. Without them, we can't do it. Tak, a jdeme se podívat také na statistiky, které to předtím já samozřejmě děkuji a budu na to. 2 góly ze strany Spojených států amerických, 1 gól spolu Švýcarů, kde víte, že Roman Josef ten první třetí dával gól, ale pak přišel gól do Venezuela a Čarného Kojola, takže v tuto chvíli vedou Spojené státy americké 2-1. Na straně je to stejně 16-16 po 2 třetinách. So these are the partial results in this day and age of the statistics. And as you see, the shots, 16 shots, 88 16 on the other side, and 2 shots, 2 goals from Ben Smith and Charlie Cole on the side of the USA. And you also the 1 goal from Roman Jose, the Swiss player who scored in the first period. Now, let's welcome again the game officials, the referees and the linesmen. Začneme oficiálně a čekáme na tým. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the team of United States of America.
Hi. The Americans are making their way back onto the ice surface, getting ready to get this third period underway as we're having a look there at number 12, Ben Smith. He got one of the goals in that second period for the American side. The Americans turned it around from a 1-0 deficit to a 2-1 advantage, taking it into the third period over the Swiss side. As we have a good look at Hendricks, the American captain. Brock Nelson and company, obviously ready. They know what this next period of hockey, next 20 minutes of hockey means. So do these guys right here. It means the difference of going home or going on to the semifinals. And all it is a 1-goal difference. There's the Swiss goal scorer up to this point, Roman Josi, number 90. Helbusic stays in for the Americans in the net. And for the Swiss side, probably Beira, obviously. There he is coming on right now. All right. We saw that the Americans, when they can bring some withering pressure onto the Swiss, they can be very tough to break out of their own zone. As Ambu and Larkin go to it for the face-off, Larkin gets it. And the teams have changed the puck in the mid-ice area. Puck is thrown up into the, just over the blue line. Hendricks pulls it down. Now we see Connor Murphy. Here comes the USA. Connor Murphy with Steve Moses. Shot hits the leg. Moved by Geering up to Hollenstein. Here comes Steve Moses once again. His shot skips off of Beira into Beira's right-hand corner. And the Americans come right back at him. Lee, big Anders Lee, out to the point. Seth Jones, wrist shots it in. Goes wide. Play continues. As Riley eventually works it out to the point. Seth Jones. The puck jumps out into the mid-ice area as Charlie Coyle leaves it for Jones. Kevin Romy tries to force the Americans' hands. And it eventually is Grossman bringing it out for the Swiss side. Romy works it out to the point. It eventually comes off the boards. Grossman can't hold it in. Eichel goes down. No penalties there. Half of an opportunity for Brock Nelson. Oh, now we are going to be getting a penalty called. It looks like Grossman at number 77, Robin. See what happens. No, or no, yes, that is. You saw in the background, the referee in the background eventually did decide to call Grossman. American power play, we are underway. They keep the puck in the Swiss zone. Falk. Krug. Deep down into the corner. Falk and Nelson, Brock Nelson are waiting. The Americans taking their time. There's Brock Nelson's shot, goes wide. Around the boards, down the ice surface, eventually picked up by Krug. Lewis. Stappy is out there, along with Walker. Falk stays out, pulling a double shift. Along with Krug. Ooh, Krug, nice work. Does give the puck up to the Swiss right now, as it's 1 minute left in the American power play. Ambu is following that puck in right away on Helbusic. Good idea from the Swiss. There's Brock. That shot going wide. Did it catch the post? We'll watch right down the lower part of the net. No. The Americans now bring it into zone. Lee has it over. Big opportunity for Bonino. Berra says no. Nick Bonino says, I can't believe that. Okay, it's Lee over to Coyle. Coyle quickly out in front of the Swiss zone, and Berra snaps her. All right. The Americans have it at the point. Big slaps are coming in on Berra. Rebound, pushed wide. 30 seconds left in the American power play. Seth Jones looking for the shot, fakes her. Off to Bonino. Bonino has it deep down into the corner. Back to Bonino. Seth Jones, shot goes wide. There's another tight angle one coming in. Scappi. Can't get it out. The Americans keep it in. Slapper coming in from Riley, goes wide. Scappi finally gets it out, but the Americans do a quick turnaround. Grossman. Team's back at full strength. Kevin Romy. Brought down by Hendricks. Here comes Hendricks once again. Leaves it for Larkin. Out to Larkin. And eventually that ends up on Hendricks. Again, he's trying to do a wraparound. The Swiss say no. Berra jumps out. Here's Riley's last shot. Berra got some of it. That puck was bouncing around. Resumption of play in the Swiss zone. They come up with the puck. Giering. Eventually Roman Yossi comes up with that puck. Off to Giering. Damien Brunner. That puck did get by Hollenstein, but Brunner put on a burst of speed and is able to keep the puck in the American zone momentarily. Smith's pass gets chipped up into the Swiss bench. Helbling, talking things over for his Swiss side, how they want to handle this puck from the face-off. It's out to the point. Jones takes a long slap shot onto Berra. Rebound. Swiss cannot get the puck out of their own zone. Berra showing a lot of confidence coming out of the net. It's out to the point. Jake Gardner cannot hold that puck in. Here is an opportunity for Fiala. He decides just to throw the puck into the American zone. Eventually, Fiala comes up with the puck, brings it into the American zone. Ambul trying to work it back to the point, but he's in a bit of a pickle. Does come out with a nice work by Ambul. Excellent work from Ambul. And there that puck eventually Trevor Lewis throws it in. Roman Yossi picks it up for the Swiss. Waiting for Eric Bloom and company to get organized. Puck thrown down the ice surface. Helbusek. Anders Lee eventually puck is picked up. Charlie Coyle working with it in the point. Trashler forces the puck over to Geering. Bieber. Lee. Geering can't keep it in. Straight. Works it off to Allman. Back to Straight. Straight. Allman. Whoa! Oh, there was an excellent opportunity for Damian Bruner. Stoppage and play, penalty being called. Looks like a slashing call being called. At 12:15 left in the third. It seems like it's coming up against Krug. There's that last opportunity. Damian! It looked good. But actually it was Krug. He gets himself a penalty. This is the big opportunity for the Swiss side coming up, as we're going to have a look at their scoring up to this point, which is 1 goal. Roman Yossi. Smith. There's the big slap shot, deflected in by Charlie Coyle. Now, this is the big meeting between the Swiss players, obviously, as they're discussing things, how they want to start off their power play. They realize as well that this is a huge opportunity for them. All they need is 1 goal, and you're right back being tied, and it becomes a whole different hockey game. They're trying to work it out from the corner. They do, but it goes too far down the ice surface. Leffel, I believe that is, who picks it up. Straight. Chipped in by Ambul. Back to Straight at the point. Ambul. Leffel. Straight. Oh! Straight gives it away. The Americans are content to throw the puck down the ice surface. It's corralled by Barrow. Leaves it off for Suri. Suri to Straight. Throw it around the boards. The race for it. They cannot keep it in. 1 minute left in the Swiss power play. Here come the Swiss. Roman Yossi. Nice, beautiful skating abilities demonstrated by Roman. Stoppage of play. Fiala and Moore getting into a bit of a shoving situation. The Swiss on a power play. Fiala has it back to the point. With as Bloom. Leaves it off for Roman Yossi. It's out, touched by Allman. Back to Yossi. Fiala! Damian Bruner! Hill Busick says no. Nice setup from Fiala. Bruner. Swiss are able to win that ensuing face-off, keeping it in. 10 seconds left in their power play opportunity. Fiala works it out to the point. Gets by Brunner. Connor Murphy is able to throw the puck out to Krug, who's now, was going to try and set up Bonino, but just a little bit too far for him. As we roll up to the 10-minute mark in the third, Roman Josi and company, the Swiss are trying to solve the American puzzle. Ambu can't corral that puck. Here comes the USA. Lee hands it off to Coyle. Coyle out to the point. Jake Gardner. Goal, USA! I believe it's Gardner. Jake Gardner, number 51. Long shot coming in from the point. 3-1 USA over Switzerland. Now we're going to see if it went in clean or if there was a deflection. This time I don't believe so. Here comes Gardner. Watch how there was Lee using the body. There's Jake Gardner, the goal scorer, to give that cushion lead for the Americans. Big Lee was in front of Beira, given the screen. Rome and Eichel were at the ensuing face-off. The Americans throw it right into the Swiss zone. Oh! Half an opportunity for the Swiss. Puck is up for Nelson. Brock Nelson, he falls. Here comes Connor Murphy. Sharp angle shot goes off the net. Eventually picked up, thrown all the way down the ice surface. Damian Brunner is there. No icing. Stoppage in play. Penalty being handed out. Now it was Hollenstein, I believe, getting some stick work from number 21, Dylan Larkin. So another power play opportunity for the Swiss side. That fellow already has a power play goal. As Allman gets waved out of the face-off area, Fiala goes in and does get the face-off. Roman Josi keeps it in. Allman has it over. Damian Brunner from the point goes wide. Roman Josi again has the puck along the boards. Bloom has it over to Josi. His shot is squeezed by Hellbuser. Keeps it in over to Fiala. Fiala, nice work. Damian Brunner walking in. He wanted to set up Allman for a little tip in. The Americans are able to break up the Swiss pressure And throw the puck down the ice surface. Hendricks going in there, bringing some forechecking. Roman Yossi. Roman, back to the point. There's the slap shot from Bruner again. Straight at the point. Over to Damian Bruner. Goes wide. Fiala. Quick shot turned away by Helbusik. Work rolling up. There comes Lewis. Throws it in. Just under 40 seconds left in the Swiss power play and 7 minutes left in the third. Must situation for the Swiss. And that is Weiser, Dino Weiser. But the Americans come back. Arcobello. Leffel. Has it over to Suri. Ball. Over to the other part of the point. Puck bounces around for a second in front of Helbusik. Ambio picks it up. Here comes Roman Yossi. Puck bounces in from the point. Suri picks it up. The Americans get a turnaround. Team's back at full strength. And that was Larkin looking for the wraparound. Beira says, not this time, my friend. Bloom pushed back into his zone. Good work from the Swiss. Bonman to push the Americans into their own zone and try and bottling them up as much as possible. Brock Nelson works the puck out into the mid-ice area. Bloom pushes by Seth Jones. Oh, giveaway. Almost a giveaway to the Americans. Bruner picks the puck up, wants to create something for his Swiss side. Damien gets pushed off the puck. Offside against the Americans. Arcobello was offside. Hanlon with the timeout. Now he's talking to his various players on the bench. We're going to have a look at how the scoring's been going. Again, that's Yossi's goal for the Swiss. He opened the scoring. Then it was Smith. You're up. After that, Charlie Coyle gets a tip in from this point shot coming in from Seth Jones. Then after that, Jake Gardner's shot from the point here, and it's in. And that's how she sits. 3-1 for the USA over Switzerland. Now, the ice cleaning crew has done its job, and we get back to the play. Connor Murphy throws the puck immediately into the Swiss zone. Straight. Back to Straight, the captain. He decides to ring it around the boards. Here was an opportunity, I believe, for Fiala for a second, but the Americans were able to close down that corridor. As we're rolling up to 4 minutes left in the third, the Swiss are going to have to start deciding. Glenn Hanlon, the Swiss coach, is going to have to decide if he needs new combos of players out there, or when the moment comes, if he decides to pull Beira out and get another attacker out there, as Ambul and company duke it out in the corner with the Americans trying to get that puck. Precious seconds are being whittled off of the clock. Jake Gardner. Finally, the Swiss come out. There's an Aston point! No, they are not able to knock her in. Here's an opportunity for the Americans. Larkin keeps the puck out in front. Mad scramble, big slap shot. No, not in. And the Swiss with Roman Yossi get reorganized. Roman Yossi seems that he has an unstoppable amount of energy to keep on going back and forth. Bruner takes that shot in. They're joined out there with Cody Allman and Hollenstein. And it's an icing call against the Americans. There's Jake Gardner. We're going to see what he's been up to tonight. A bit of a problem with that goal from Roman Yossi. But he gets it back right there, taking her to 3-1. Out to the point straight. Throws it towards the American net. Mad scramble, mad scramble. Kevin Oromi probably had the best opportunity right there. The Swiss obviously have pulled their goalie. They've got a sixth attacker out there. 2:05 left in the third. It's 6-on-5 because the Swiss have pulled Beira. They throw the puck in there. They desperately want to get some presence and pressure onto the Americans. The Americans calmly throw the puck down the ice surface as it is Gearing picks it up. Leaving it off for Roman Yossi. Ambul. There was the tip, and it was turned away by Hal Busek. Yossi again. Bring it in. Ambul joined there by Damien Brunner. They cannot keep it in. They move the puck over to Fiala. Or excuse me, to Bloom. Desperately trying to get some good shooting opportunities. Bloom's shot goes wide. Yossi, nice work. Bloom, or no, Ambul, excuse me. Now it's over to Bloom, back to Yossi. 30 seconds left. Mad scramble all around Hal Busek. Roman Yossi, 20 seconds left. From the point, long slap shot goes wide. They can't keep it in. The puck goes out into the mid-ice area. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. USA is on the way to the semifinals. They win 3-1 over Switzerland. The Swiss gave it all they could. Okay, MVPs. I'm going with Ambul, number 10 for the Swiss. And for the American side, I am going to go with the goalie, Helbusic, Connor, number 37. We shall see in just a few moments what the official decision is.
The best players of each team will be awarded with awards by TISO, official timekeeper of the 2015 International Ice Hockey Federation Ice Hockey World Championship.
As we're waiting, I don't have to tell you, I know, but in a little while, one of the big, huge games is coming along. Russia versus Sweden. Russia versus Sweden in a little bit of time. Let's see the MVPs here.
Is number 19, Roman Yossi.
That's right. Okay, Roman Yossi.
The best player of Team USA is number 17, John Moore Jr.
Okay, Moore gets it for the Americans. The USA is the first team to qualify to get into the semis. Switzerland goes home. I'm telling you, in a little while, come back because we're going to have one of the big games. Russia, Sweden. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks a lot.
And as we now have the Swiss team as in the last game, so we have a special award for them. Ladies and gentlemen, now the award of the 3 best players of each team of the tournament will be presented today by the local organizing committee. The 3 best players award is selected by each team and will be presented by Mr. Jiří Martínez, náměstek hejtmana Moravskoslezského kraje, Vice President of the Moravian Citizen Region, and Mr. Tomáš Macura, primátor statutárního města Ostrava, Mayor of Ostrava. The 3 best players of Team Switzerland are number 19, Roman Yossi, number 10, Andres Abu, and number 7, Mark Streit. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America.